Share screen. All right. Can you guys see that okay? Perfect. All right. Well, thank you guys for jumping on live. I promise I won't take too much of your time. I myself am not feeling that great, and I know that a couple of us just have a lot going on tonight. So I wanted to just kind of go over a topic that I know is very important, especially with as many of us maybe are newer coaches and are adding new coaches to our network, and just kind of wanted to share with you guys the process that I do currently and what I've been doing this year on getting my new coaches started right. Because I think what's so important is that we don't just sign up a coach, even if they're just discount, and we just kind of leave them high and dry. You know, we want to make sure that they're being plugged into the right trainings, they're being plugged into the right information that we have, so that they feel like they understand kind of what's going on. So I want to share with you guys tonight a little bit about what I do with getting coaches started right. And this has been my method. I've kind of tweaked my method, but this PowerPoint that I'm going to share with you guys is exactly what I do now when I get coaches started right. So feel free to use the methods that I'm using. It may be beneficial to you guys. Feel free to tweak some of the things that I do. It's all going to depend on your comfortability and what you feel is beneficial for you and your team. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first I want to share with you guys why it is so important to get your new coaches started right. And I think this is so important even for your discount coaches, because it's important for them to know that you are providing them with, even just if they're a challenger in your challenge groups and they sign up for the discount, they signed up with you for a reason. So it's important that they know that they can come to you with questions. They can come to you with even business questions. So it's important that you, as their leader and their coach, are fulfilling the obligation to them as the leader that you are. This is their starting point, their foundation to a successful business. So getting those coaches started right is going to allow them to feel better, more comfortable, and you're going to be giving them the right resources to keep them on track and successful in this business. It's also important because they can pass this information onto their team, and they can do it confidently without having them reinventing the wheel. I always encourage, our team to not feel like they have to go out there and reinvent and to create new trainings. We have that training here, and it's important that you just direct them to the right places so that they know where they can be successful. So first and foremost, what I do when I sign up a coach. So number one is I add them right into our team page or team pages. I have our team page. Our team page is Purpose4Lyfe. If you have a team of coaches in your downline, I do recommend that you create a team page of your own, because it creates that team culture, and you are creating a team of your own. And even if you only have one coach, even if you only have two coaches, I really do recommend creating that team page for you and your team. So this is what I do. I introduce them into our team. I share a little bit about them, maybe who they are, what they do for a living, their family, maybe kind of what they have been doing on their own personal journey. So I share a little bit about them and make them feel comfortable in joining our team page. I personally add both discount and working coaches to our team page. And the reason I do that is because many of my discount coaches are now working the business. So I have added them into our team page, and what ends up happening is they start to see just the culture that we've created in our team page, the successes, the things that we're doing as a team, and they want to know more. They want to know how they can pay for their Shakeology. They want to know how they can earn an extra income. So I always personally add both discount and working coaches to our team page. The other thing that I do is if they are a business builder, I get them added into our Healthy for Life training website and our Bombshell Dynasty self-paced tab training. And if you guys need the directions to get into that, I will be posting our Healthy for Life training website in our team page. And I'll also be posting the link to the self-paced tab. You do have to request to join, and if you'll be able to get approved into that. But that self-paced training is it's a great visual training for those of us that want to kind of run with it on our own. It kind of goes over the basics to when you sign up as a coach. So I always put my business builders into those trainings because they are filled with lots of good, valuable information. The next thing that I do is I send them a new coach welcome email. And I have shared in our team page what that welcome email looks like. So my recommendation to you would be to use it, tweak it, to your liking. You can, of course, make it your own team's welcome email. In that welcome email, I kind of gauge what kind of coach they're interested in. So maybe this particular coach that I sign up is just for the discount only. I still send them the welcome email, but I want to make sure that they know kind of how to navigate the back office, navigate the how to fill out their Beachbody profile. So in that welcome email, I explain how to get their website set up. It goes over the EFT for direct deposit. Even if they are just a discount, like I said, I still want them to know these basic information, because you'll find when somebody signs up as a discount coach, people are going to start asking them questions. What are you doing? You look great, and they of course want to earn commission from people that are asking them questions. So it's important to explain to them right off the bat EFT and setting them up for direct deposit. In the email, wanting to know, most importantly, what type of coach they're interested in is so important, because if it is getting their shakes paid for, if it is a part-time income, full-time income, that is going to help you gauge and understand what their goals are going to be. And I'll talk about in a minute the Get Started Right call. So that's going to be a really good understanding of where you're going to align their goals depending on what type of coach they're interested in the beginning. And so in the email, I talk about the back office training. I really only focus on the getting started in coach tabs in the back office. But what I've been recently doing, and this is something different that I've done in the past year, is I currently have all of my new coaches print out the business quick start and turn it into me. And until they turn it into me, I don't set up a Get Started Right call with them until they turn in the business quick start. And the reason is because I need them to show me that they are committed and that they really want to take the next step in learning more and working the business. So that is a step that I have my new coaches do. It's the 7-day business quick start, and I actually have them email it to me so that is something that I can follow when we're doing the Get Started Right call. Also in the coach welcome email is I provide them with the customer service, coach relations info, the FAQ, our team website info, because those are things that, you may not think that it's important, but believe it or not, having that information on hand is super important for those new coaches. Okay, so the next thing I do is the Get Started Right call. And this call is usually, from my experience, it's usually a 30 to 45 minute phone call. If I can get them on a Zoom call, that's great. I always like to see them face to face. If they don't have that on their computer, or if they prefer the phone call just works just as fine. But this is usually done right after the training in the back office, or right after they send me their 7-day business quick start. I don't, and this is something new that I do, I don't set up the Get Started Right call right after they sign up as a coach. And again, the reason is I really want them to show me that they're committed and that they are really sitting down and taking the time to go over their goals and to go over what they want out of this business. So some of the things that I personally go over on the call is goal setting. I like to chat with them about short and long-term goals. So what they want kind of initially their first month in the business to 6 months down the road. I talk with them about how much time they want to work at this business. So, per day, per week, and just to kind of gauge kind of what they're willing to put in this. And so that I know kind of where their goals are going to align with the amount of work that they're going to put in. We talk about social media avenues that they will use to grow the business. I share with them the importance of social media and being able to share their journey on social media so people know what they're doing, and what they're doing not only with their physical transformation, but what they're doing as a coach. Because believe it or not, you're going to attract coaches by sharing the coaching opportunity and what it does for you. I find that when a lot of people don't share about the coaching opportunity, people don't know what this is about. And I think the more that you share about what the coaching opportunity has done for you for a variety of things, it's really going to, people are going to find more interest in what you're doing. I also go over the memory jogger, the contact list that we have in our back office. And I start to have them create a list of 50 names of people that they can start creating contacts with. It could be family, it could be close friends. And again, that's usually the first people that come to our mind, our warm market. But I start to have them create a list of 50 names of people that they can start making connections with. On the call, I also have them go over Success Club, because I want them to know the importance of hitting Success Club in their first month, because we have this amazing program of Success Starters where they earn a free call with the CEO of our company, and then they also earn a free ticket to Summit. So I go over that. And most recently, what I've been doing with newer coaches is having kind of like a voice message. I use Voxer, and I also use the voice message on Facebook. So I've been using that as kind of just like rather than texting them, I'll just kind of send them a voice message of connecting. Hey, how are things going today? What are some things you've done, with the business? Are there some areas of struggles that you want to talk about? And I've been using that because it's just kind of a great way to connect with your coaches when they hear your voice. That's just been my experience, and I often find it's quicker to actually send a voice message rather than typing on the computer. So that is my next step that I do. And then the next thing after the Get Started Right call is the Coach Basics trainings that we have. From my experience, most coaches that I have worked with prefer the self-paced training that is provided in our team. I am always running push to emerald groups, push to diamond groups that, in my opinion, continue to provide valuable content for people that are pushing to rank advance and continue to grow in their business. So it's so important that when you do add coaches to your team, you're getting them added into these groups, and they are learning and learning from other coaches on the team about how to be successful. The Bombshell Basics training and the healthyforlifeteam.com training are both really good resources that I will make sure to put in our team page after this call so that you guys have this information for your coaches as well. Okay. So our call to action tonight, and again, this was just kind of a basic to do of what I personally do when I get new coaches signed up. And the reason I wanted to share this with you guys is because I want to make sure that you guys are providing that to do those to do steps when you sign a coach, because I don't want these coaches to kind of be left high and dry once you sign them up, even if they're discount coaches. It's our job, they signed up with us. So it's our job to make sure that they feel welcome, that they are getting the support that they need, and that you are providing the tools to keep them and help them be successful. So my call to action for you guys tonight is to formulate your own coach welcome email that is specific to your team and to your team culture. Remember that these particular coaches that sign up with you joined you and your team. So it's important that you take the time to create an email that speaks to you and your team. The second thing I want you guys to do is take the time to get to know your new coaches, get to know their goals, get to know their needs. That first impression that they get can build more than just a working relationship. It can build friendships. It can build, so much more than that. I will say that our team, I have developed some of the most best friends from our team that it began as a working relationship, but it grew over time into more than that. So making sure that you're spending that time with them and really understanding what their goals and needs are, as a person, as their physical transformation, their financial transformation. The third thing I want you to really try to do is make yourself accessible to communicate with them. When your coaches are asking you questions, make sure that you're available to respond to them. Again, using Voxer, using voice message. If it's more of a challenge for you if you're at work and you can't text, using like a communication system where you can, voice with them. And then the final thing is remember to not reinvent the wheel, because I think people find themselves so overwhelmed with all of this information. And I guarantee you that if you use the tools that are given to you by our team and just repeat what you have learned as a new coach yourself, you will be successful in this business. So those are my call to actions for you guys tonight. I will open it up to those that are on the call for just a couple questions, and I will make sure to put this recording in our team page along with the training tabs that I had talked about in the team call, so that you guys know where to go and to add your coaches to that self-paced training. So let me stop share. Okay. Do you guys, and feel free to unmute yourself, do you guys have any questions about how my system is and kind of how I have been running, getting my coaches started right, and kind of any questions on how you want to run things differently with your coaches? Feel free to unmute yourself if you have questions.
Hi, Caitlin. I wanted to know, how often are you utilizing your Beachbody profile? Because I don't know how that works. Like, yes, it's there. And do you get a lot of people coming and responding from that? I mean, I saw that's a step that you're telling other coaches to do to make it available, but how is that utilized?
That's a good question. When I first started as a coach, I actually just used it for kind of just the resources that were in the back office with meal planning, and there were different recipes, and I was just kind of meeting people that were on the kind of physical journey with me. As far as my business, I just think it's super important that you kind of have your profile set up so that when you are sending somebody to your site, you have your picture, you have your contact information, and you have, it's not blank, basically, that it's not set up so that someone's like, well, it says her name, but there's not a picture, there's not contact information. But it's definitely just important for you to set it up for when people come to your site, when you're connecting with customers and challengers.
But are people able to use that to contact you? Say they're just searching Beachbody and then they want to find a local coach. Can they find you through a search?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Yes, they can. Anybody else? That was a good question, Erin. Thank you for asking that. Okay. All right, guys. Well, if you don't have any questions, I will go ahead and let you guys go. Just a reminder, next Tuesday, we do have our business opportunity call. It is at 8 o'clock. I know some of us are not on Eastern Coast time, but it's at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, our business opportunity call. And again, for those of you that aren't familiar with what a business opportunity call is, it is a great opportunity for new prospects or new people that are interested in the coaching opportunity, but just have those questions. They have questions like, well, how much time do I have to commit to this? Or do I have to be in great shape to do this? So I definitely would recommend, getting your coaches or prospects on this call. And it's going to be a great way for them to get their questions answered this month and hopefully get them on board and signed up this month. So we have that next Tuesday, the 10th. And then the following week, on the 17th, we have a working power hour, and that's going to also be at 8 o'clock. So again, for those of you that really want to learn more about inviting, and we're going to share with you guys some of our invite conversations, our follow-ups. So that's going to be a great opportunity for those of you to learn more about some of those maybe areas that you're struggling in. So just a reminder for those two calls to put on your calendar as well. All right.
Hey, Caitlin, one more thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like I'm echoing. Can you post or maybe do like a document or something just with all the different like call links? Like I know that Linda was asking about like the link to Scotty's call.
Oh, that's what you were asking about, Linda. I'm sorry.
Like
Yeah,
I feel like sometimes I know where to go to find all of the like standing links for some of them. When they were on Instant Presenter, I knew, but now that some have gone to YouTube, like the Wednesday Bombshell
Dynasty.
Yeah, some of that stuff that might help too, just so, because I tell people a lot of times, I'm like, I talked to Erin a couple weeks ago and I was saying like, there's a call every night if you want to get on a call, but just something like a running list so that we know, for some of those that are like the standing link.
Right. Now, obviously for the Zoom links, they're going to be different.
Right.
But yes, like the Bombshell Dynasty call, it's a standard one. And I believe Scotty. Yeah. So I will do that. I'll create a document and I'll post it in our team page. Just the standing calls that that are every Thursday, the Bombshell every Wednesday at 12:30. So to click that.
Yeah, and does Scotty still use Instant Presenter? Is that what he's doing with? It used to be. It was the Instant Presenter Bombshell 1, right?
Let me look here. I want to say he uses Zoom now.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah, because Instant Presenter, there was something, I forget what was going on with the actual program.
Okay.
Yeah, so that one, his is Instant Presenter too. I'm sorry, Zoom.
It's Zoom. Okay.
Yeah, so that one's going to be different every time.
Yeah.
But the Bombshell Dynasty is on YouTube, so I'll post that link. The Fit for Life on Mondays is a Zoom, so they're all going to be different links. But I try to post. I know there's a lot of content coming in and out of the page. I try to post it within the day or within the 24 hours of the call. But if you shoot me a message if you're like, I don't know where the link is. Like, I don't know. So, and I'll message it to you. So for Thursday's call, Linda, I'll message you the link for Scotty's call, because that one's a Zoom and it's not a standard link, unfortunately. So, but I'll create a document for the ones that I know are always the same for you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for jumping on. And if you guys do have any questions that you think of afterwards, just shoot me a message and we'll chat. All right. All right. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Talk to you later.
Thanks. Good night.
Night.